Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your December prediction. We're going to be looking at what's going on with you currently, what is the highest outcome for you in this situation, and then we're going to look at advice, how to get to that highest outcome. All right, so let's get right into it. What is going on for Gemini in December? So what's Gemini dealing with in December? Okay, Gemini, 4 cards, please, Spirit. This a lot more. Okay, Gemini. What is Gemini dealing with in December? Okay, we have the 3 of Swords. Two of Cups. Page of Pentacles. And one more, please. Hangman. Okay. So I see for a lot of you, you're feeling like an isolation from a connection, from a close connection of yours. Yeah, maybe taking a time out. This could be a breakup. Okay, it's funny because it's going to be two completely opposite basically messages. So for some of you, this is like a breakup that you're going through, that you're having a separation from a loved one. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. For others of you, it's like you've experienced a breakup, maybe in the recent past, or experienced some isolation, but now you're meeting someone in December, or you're having a close friendship reconnection with someone, and it's like it feels like a new beginning. It feels like a gift being given to you. So yeah, I'm gonna go deeper on this here, but it feels like, yeah, you're learning. There's definitely a lot of lessons being learned here from these connections that may have disappointed you or hurt you, that left you maybe by yourself, or that left you feeling like you want to isolate. But yeah, definitely making you learn a lot about yourself, and yeah, maybe them as well. Giving you a new, fresh perspective on maybe what you want in a relationship. And maybe there was some projecting going on here. Maybe they were a mirror for you. And yeah, maybe you guys were really close, and that's why, it really hurts. And maybe, yeah, they kind of, you guys maybe projected some things onto each other, and then it kind of forced you into a state of isolation where you had to kind of maybe learn some stuff about yourself or about them. So 3 of Swords here. Okay, so you have the Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to just fix these really quick. Okay. Interesting. Wow, this is very interesting, mysterious energy. It seemed as though maybe this ending, this breakup, or this disappointment, I mean, at first, of course, it's awful and horrific and it hurts. But it seems as though it's really going to make you focus on a new beginning within your career that's going to lead you to a lot of success, a lot of abundance. I mean, you have the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest moving knight, very determined, very one mind focus. Ten of Pentacles, which is just like complete success. Not just, financial success, but, family success and just happiness, a new beginning. And then Eight of Pentacles with mastery. It's like something you're going towards, mastering something of what you do that is masterful, and maybe you wouldn't have focused like this and gone after it if it hadn't been for this heartbreaking situation, if it hadn't been for this tough lesson that you had to learn in order to get there. And this could be this doesn't even have to be a relationship. This could be a work relationship even. This could be like an old boss or an old place of work where maybe they fired you and they weren't appreciating you. And because they fired you, you then put your focus on something else. You went after something else, and that became even more successful. That became a very, prosperous thing for you, or that will be becoming a very prosperous thing for you. So let's look at the Two of Cups, please. Can we clarify the Two of Cups? Yeah, baby. This is good. You have the Empress. You have the Ace of Cups. And you have the Three of Wands. This is prosperous new opportunities that's bringing a lot of love, that's bringing a lot of fulfillment, a lot of gratitude here. So this was a blessing in disguise. It's like whatever this heartbreak was, I don't know what it was, but there's some kind of disappointment. Maybe something really, hurt you, whatever it was. But, I mean, that could be a past relationship. And then that past relationship, it's like they broke up. And then you're like, okay, fuck it. I'm going out for drinks. I'm going to, whatever. And then you go to the bar and you meet the love of your life there. That's this energy. It's like, it's not letting this heartbreak or this disappointment like keep you down. It's like you use that as motivation to go after something. You're like, okay, fuck it then. I'm gonna put all my focus in to this one thing. I'm gonna completely focus on that, and I'm gonna be very one-track minded about it. I'm gonna glow up. I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna buy myself a new outfit. I'm gonna, do the makeup tutorials. I'm gonna feel great. I'm gonna love myself anyway, even if this past person couldn't. And I'm going to go out there and do my thing. I'm going to have the experiences. I'm going to go after the things in the world that I want. And for a lot of you, this is a new love connection. With the Empress and the Ace of Cups, this is definitely a new love connection. It could be a Taurus, doesn't have to be, or Libra, doesn't have to be. But yeah, it's interesting. I just feel like there was some kind of, it's like a blessing in disguise completely. It looked on the surface, it hurt, but I didn't let it keep me down. I learned quickly from it, and I immediately then found a new relationship, or I just focused all of that energy into my work and into myself, becoming the best version of myself, loving myself regardless of if this person could love me or not, or if they could give me what I wanted, and putting myself out there again, still getting this new beginning. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Swords. Exactly. Having a new beginning. Looking toward the future. Looking toward what could be. What can I turn this into? Being excited still for the future. And the Page of Swords, I mean, is air energy. This is your energy. So is the Knight. It's like being excited still about the future, about what's to come, about what I can create. Being focused on that. And yeah, the Hermit. Taking wisdom, taking all the wisdom and the lessons learned from these experiences, maybe from these hurts or from these life lessons that we've learned, and using them to create a new beginning for myself, whether that's in love or that's in a job or a creative project or a business. It's like, yeah, maybe my business partner screwed me over, and now I'm left, that really hurt because they were my good friend. But now I get to take control of the business in the way that I want to, and I get to start anew doing this, or doing it the way that I want to do it, right? So that's this kind of energy where at first it did hurt, but it was a blessing in disguise after all, because you made it that way. You made sure that you created the best situation out of a tough lesson. The Hangman. Yeah. Okay, the card fell here, so I'm just gonna pick it up quickly. Okay. The Devil fell once again. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles, the Devil, the Ace of Wands, and Judgment. So yeah, I just get like, you didn't feed the devil. You didn't, because this came out reversed, which I don't usually read reversals, right? But I'm going to take that into account, and what's coming to me is that you didn't feed your devil. You didn't feed into the fear. You didn't feed into, the worst case scenario, or you didn't feed into your sadness for too long, or your self-pity. It's like you didn't feed that monster, which is great. It's like you took the lessons that you needed to learn. You saw a new perspective on a dark situation, on a situation where you totally could have been a dick about it, or you could have, fed into your self-loathing or whatever it is, and then not been productive about it. But you didn't do that. You found the treasure in the darkness. You found the key here to your liberation through this tough situation. It's like there was a treasure hidden there that you found, and it actually awakened you to a new passion of yours, or to a deeper understanding of a passion for a new beginning, whether this be a relationship, or this is a creative project, a business, a job, this is anything passionate. So it's like, because you didn't feed the devil, you didn't feed your lower ego, your sadness, your fear, with like not being able to act. It's like, no, okay, well, that's happened, and fine, I'm gonna have to turn this into a prosperous situation for me. I'm gonna turn this around into a life lesson, which I became better from. And that's exactly what you did, and that's exactly what's I mean, ingenuity, like it's just beautiful because not a lot of people can turn this around and to such a high degree here. Like, whoa. Like, this is like having someone completely stab you in the back. Let's say it doesn't have to be this dramatic, but stab you in the back. And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to now become 10 times better because you showed me that first of all, I didn't need you, and that I can do this my own way, and just becoming that much better, using that as a motivation instead of a hindrance to you. That's beautiful. Okay, let's look at the outcome. Okay. So, what is the outcome of this situation? Although it's pretty clear, pretty evident, I think you're well on your way to your highest outcome here. Okay. Okay, what is Gemini's highest outcome? What is Gemini's highest outcome? Okay, you have the Seven of Swords. Gemini's highest outcome. Thank you. Okay, Two of Wands, the Devil. All right, can we get one more? Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so your highest outcome here is to take maybe some snaky behavior that maybe others have shown you. Maybe they've shown you their true selves, their other side to them that maybe you hadn't seen before. The devilish side, the kind of fear-based negative side to someone. And instead, or even to yourself, this could be in yourself too. Maybe you see this within your own self. And instead of like maybe playing into it or getting scared about it or, you know, denying it, instead it's like, okay, how can I use this to propel myself forward? How can I use this energy to create something new, a new opportunity for myself? How can I turn a negative situation? Do you see this butterfly on this card? How do I turn a negative into a positive here? And that's what your highest outcome is the ability now. You now have the ability to turn any negative situation, whether that be coming from you or someone else, recognizing it within yourself or having someone do something that shows you that. And instead of you dwelling in that or becoming that, you use it to propel you forward. You use that to become better, to become more successful, to use it in a way that makes you think on a larger scale. You actually become more skilled because you now you can't have anything hurt you because you use it to your advantage. So this butterfly is made of fire. It's like you can throw your fireballs at me, but I'm just going to absorb them and then double in size. Like that's this energy. I'm going to become wiser and more adept. I'm going to adapt to more situations now. So you're just adapting and learning and growing from these situations. Okay, this is dope. All right, so Seven of Swords. Strength, exactly. Using your strength to recognize this, maybe in someone else or in yourself, taming these beasts within us, not letting them overcome us, and instead using them and taming them so that they may become our allies, so that we can use them for a force of good, and so they don't overtake us and then control us. Yes, having control over our subconscious fears, over the unknown. Having these things so they don't eat us alive. Exactly. So they don't eat us alive, so that we're not always struggling internally. It's like recognizing that they're there, but befriending them instead of fighting them. It's like these subconscious fears and these aspects of ourselves live in ourselves, but they also live in others. So instead of fighting with others or fighting with yourself over these, deep subconscious or, kind of mysterious or just sneaky kind of vibes or attitudes about people or aspects of people, instead of fighting that, instead of denying it and saying like, this is wrong, I can't believe you, how could you do this? It's like, okay, I understand that, you're a lion or you're a fox, and that's what foxes do. And so I'm going to understand that I also have that within myself, and I'm going to tame that, but I'm also going to recognize it, and not to say that you should put up with it. But I feel like this is saying like, okay, now I'm going to move away from this relationship, or now I know that this isn't for me, so I'm just going to avoid this person or whatever, instead of like going up against them over and over again when it's like, but this is who they are, kind of thing. And we all have aspects of that within ourselves that we must overcome, and I feel like that's what this is talking about as well. Recognizing that within ourselves, but using it for our benefit, using it to help us in situations, not letting it drive us or drive our motivations, but taming that beast, if you will. So, okay, Two of Wands. Oh, cards always falling. Okay. Five of Pentacles. King of Swords, so that's your card. Yeah, exactly what we've been saying. So, seeing clearly these emotions and these aspects of ourselves for what they are, not letting them overtake us. If we feel not to show or to draw attention to our weaknesses here, but to see that we all have these parts of ourselves, but not to let them overcome us. This is to master maybe the lack, master the self-conscious or the weak aspects of ourselves, to master them, to see them for what they are, which is something to overcome and to learn from, to not get stuck, to see beyond just the kind of surface perceptions. And then to expand beyond that, and to know that we're much more than maybe momentary weaknesses. So the Devil. The Emperor, yes. A great fair leader, someone who recognizes we have both light and dark within ourselves, and to know when to use them. You have the Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Empress. To know that yes, the devil lives within all of us, to have domain over our lower aspects, our lower ego, to balance out our light and dark energy and using it to our benefit, using it to create abundance and as a creative force within ourselves, to create a beautiful life, to know, to even love ourselves and accept ourselves at a very high degree, because we are all of these things in one. And realizing and utilizing these things make us a way better person. They just make us a much more well-rounded person who is able to accomplish so much more, right? And yeah, the Seven of Wands, which is like fighting the good fight, knowing that knowing that you can use these things to propel you forward, to propel you in a positive way. And the Ace of Swords. Seeing. Exactly. So you have the same cards over here. It's the same one. Came out reversed. So being able to recognize sneaky behavior, whether that's within yourself or within others, and seeing the truth of it. So seeing where that comes from, seeing why it's happening. Why are we being presented with this? And how can I utilize this energy in a positive way for myself? So thinking, this Seven of Swords can also be a card of doing things in a different way. It's a yellow card. It's actually a positive card. He's wearing polka dots, which is it's a symbol of needing to have more fun. And he's actually stealing these swords from a army who's going to use them, to kill people. So he's doing things in a different way. He's being sneaky, but it's ultimately for the highest good. I mean, it's not the most noblest behavior, but he has good intentions behind it. So that's what this is saying, is like, yeah, don't always even take things for face value. Make sure you look at it in the truest way, even if it doesn't seem, maybe there's something deeper there that you have to look at. Maybe what's on the surface isn't exactly as it seems, and there's actually deeper aspects to it that needs to be investigated, or that needs to be looked at. Okay, so let's get some advice here for Gemini. You know what? And I just wanted to say, because this really jumped out at me right now. This reminds me of, you don't know, like, even when people are, let's say, on the street, doesn't mean they're not a king. You know what I mean? Every person's a king, whatever status they have, or wherever they're at in life. It's like they're always a king, and we always need to have that aspect and that vision of ourselves. It's like, even if we're not maybe at the stage of life where we wish we were, or we had the things that we wish we had, that we desired, makes no difference in who you are. You are always the king or the queen, the empress, right? You are always this highest depiction. You should always carry this self-image of yourself, because you are noble and you have the equipment and you have the wisdom to do the right thing in any situation, and to recognize that in any situation as well, and to hold others up to that standard. Okay, so let's get some advice. Okay, so some advice for Gemini, please. Advice for Gemini. King of Swords again. So your highest, this is your card. I mean, this is a highest version of you. Being that master, that fair leader, that honest and intellectual, king. Page of Pentacles and the Queen. So you have divine counterparts here. So a lot of you, there is a new relationship blossoming here, okay? So this is divine counterpart. So you could be meeting, whether you're the queen or the king, you're meeting another. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be a business relationship, but this is a very, very good relationship, a very new relationship. So this is a very new relationship beginning that is going to blossom. That's going to feel like definitely a twin flame, a mirrored connection, where you're definitely, look at all the mirrored images here. Look at the King of Swords, and then the crows, her crows are mirrored, and then the flower, of course, is projected here twice. So yeah, this is like you're meeting your opposite, your other half in a way, or someone who's definitely, a friendship, or still can be twin flames for us. But it's going to feel brand new, fresh, exciting, like a total gift given to you. I feel like maybe you have experienced a lot of sneaky behavior, maybe in your past relationships, and it's kind of made you doubt. Maybe it's you've tried not to make it sneak into your heart, but maybe it has a little bit. But this is saying that there is someone out there for you who is your other. And for those of you that, you already have that person, this is just be saying, this is you. This is the two sides of yourself, the masculine and feminine, coming together to bring you new gifts. It's like maybe you have truly mastered, or you are mastering, or that you should master these two sides of yourself, the two opposites, and coming together, the light and the dark, or the dark and the light, whatever you want to look at it, right? Coming together and bringing you beautiful gifts of not only self-realization, but gifts that you can carry out into your creative world, into your professional world, into your, relationships world. So that is your advice, is to, just realize that these balances, that's what we're meant to do here, is to balance ourselves, to realize we have these both aspects of ourselves, and to have them come together, and to make this beautiful picture, and make us a whole version of ourselves. We can't just have one or the other. The light and the dark are very much a part of us. I mean, and allowing that love in again is such a gift and a beautiful new experience. And it's going to be a new beginning for you, that you will be able to create beautiful new experiences and memories with, that you can trust. So that is all I'm seeing for you this December, Gemini. And thank you so much for coming to your reading. I appreciate your energy so much. And please let me know what's going on for you. If even just give me a little tidbit, I would love to know. So I hope to see you guys on the next reading, and all of my love. Peace.